$250,000 don't buy that much. Gonna need 100 more to keep my daddy's place up. If 3 years of taxes have gone unpaid and my girl pulls her weight as a hotel maid. I left the farm for a year or two, bought a half education that I never used. Now papers in the desk where I never sit, got a whole new group of associates. But you can't spend your way out of nothing. That's a big hole and you'll never climb out. But if you got a long handle and that shovel in your hands, yeah, I might hit a rock and you'll know where you stand. Broke a piece of glass from the fist last night, but I never really meant it to cause a fight. Now there's sometimes when I lose my mind, and I know when I do that I'm not so kind. I thought about leaving a time or two, but the only good thing I got in this world is you. Now I can get lost and I can be free, but there's no telling what it'll end up costing me. But you can't spend your way out of nothing. That's a big hole and you'll never climb out. But if you got a long handle and that shovel in your hand, I might hit a rock and you'll know where you stand. $250,000 don't buy that much. Gonna need 100 more to keep my daddy's place up. If 3 years of taxes have gone unpaid and my girl pulls her weight as a hotel maid. Thank you, guys. Well, my name is Lyle Strickland. I'm from Buffalo, Missouri. I know. Thank you. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm okay for now. I'll probably ask you to change something in a little bit just because I'm prima donna, but. Who said they're from Marshfield? You're from Marshfield? Awesome. Good times. I used to date a girl from Marshfield. I know, she was cute. Oh, it makes me happy when people applaud my little town of Buffalo, because we have the third smallest Walmart, but we just got a Dollar Tree, so that Walmart might be on its way out. I'm just saying. I'm going to do a handful of songs. I honestly just kind of jumped up here with the guitar. I mostly just came because Frank asked me to, and to hear Sarah and Jim. So I'm very happy to be here. It's been raining here so much, and it's taking everything we have left to clutch. The bitter remains of a bone-soaked, washed-out luck. They're digging in deep. This ain't the first time that we've been stuck. I guess I know how to share. I guess I know how to pare down, and they hand me my bills. said, son, you're gonna get your fill from these Midwestern Hoovervilles, and no, ain't gonna play your game. You won't even know my name. Keep in mind I'm prone to change, yeah. Every time it starts to rain, yeah. Not quite 40 days, but it's enough to hear me sending curses and praises above. Well, I've been working my life through the mud and the muck, just trying to pay these bills, no life and such. It's only one way to forgive, 1,000 drinks to forget. These small town politics, and I feel like leaving the sticks behind and taking over a new state of mind. I know I ain't gonna play your game. You won't even know my name. But keep in mind I'm prone to change, yeah. Every time it starts to rain, yeah. No, 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 baby, oh no. It's been raining here so much, it's taking everything we have left to clutch. Thank you, guys. I feel warmed up. I'm ready to start my set. I always feel a little suspicious of people who, like, you know, start off like with a bang on the first song, you know, and they're just like, oh, like you're like, oh man, that's like they're at like level 10 in terms of energy, and then they go up to like, they just keep going, and I'm like, I don't know what you're on, but I'm pretty sure they sell it down the street from me. Then I try to get them a bargain price, and it's just terrible. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear there's a new show along those lines on Netflix called Ozark. Between that show and the movie Winter's Bone, I've never been so proud of my home territory. It's so bad that someone the other day, we were talking about how bad meth is down south, and someone goes, well, heroin's starting to be a much bigger problem than meth, and so I was like, that's great, because those guys are just tired, you know, like, they're not going to steal your copper out of your air conditioner, you know. Oh, I'm not sure it's a good thing for me to have a microphone, but I'll do this one. This is a song that some friends of mine wrote from Toronto, Canada, and it took them about 1.5 years to record it from the first time I heard it, and I kept asking them to get it down, and they wouldn't do it, so I'd learned it myself. They're a husband and wife duo, and the song's about infidelity, and it seemed awkward to me, but still identified with it. They told me later it was the bass player. It's always the bass player. Here's a river I see from my room. It calls a young man to his doom, and if he hangs his head, he's gone too soon. Oh, youth does not make you immune. Now the past is not burdened with proof, or like the films I recall from my youth, and a young man dressed in his father's suit. I can make a lie from the hardest truth, and I always make the mistake. Oh, I always make the mistake, and I always make the mistake. Oh, I always make the mistake. You were drawn to the clouds in his eyes. Lord knows what you saw in mine. The promise we could compromise. Oh, love is a foolish prize. We could claim a great many things. You were the song that I needed to sing. The truth was you always wore his ring, and we were only borrowing. And I always make the mistake. Oh, I always make the mistake. I always make the mistake. Oh, I always make the mistake. There's a river I see from my room. It calls a young man to his doom. And if he hangs his head, he's gone too soon. Oh, youth does not make you immune. And perhaps I will see you soon. Thank you, guys. Oh, well. It's so tempting to play sad songs when no one's like trying to bargain down the cover price, you know? This is nice, and no one's throwing beer bottles. I see how it is. See how it is. I expect it to be like a bomber bottle from you, Diana. I expect it to be like a full-on, like, you know, half-empty bottle of rosé, just, you know. Do what? Yeah, Jim, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I said rosé. You're a whiskey girl. I know you are. No, it is wonderful to be here. It's nice to have this sound. I could probably just play these 3 notes and just go to sleep up here, to be honest with you. Which is coincidentally why I got kicked out of the dorms. It did not end well. I'm gonna do this one. I never really generally have a set list, but I had a few songs in mind. This was not one of them, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Last time in her house, he held her Bible in his hands, muttered underneath his breath, I hope she understands. Moved her in on Tuesday to a room somewhere in town, and treat her like a queen. They said she don't even need a crown. Far cry from perfect, closer to hell. They'd call him every time she fell, and he'd tell them she's tough as nails. They couldn't keep her down, she'd walk those halls all night, looking for one chance to still put up a fight. She'd walk her way back home, taking no one's path but her own. She loved and she lost, got mad and paid the cost. Stubborn as sin, and she'd fight till the end to see him. He'd stop in every day when his health was still alright. Got fewer and far between till he finally saw the light. And she'd say, where'd he go? Where's that man? The one with the smiling eyes, the one that held my hand. She'd walk her way back home, taking no one's path but her own. She loved and she lost, got mad and paid the cost. Stubborn as sin, and she'd fight till the end to see him. 50 years of marriage, 10 of divorce. Wasn't really her talking when she couldn't take him for worse. Should have seen it coming, she'd always cause a scene. Never took much notice, just thinking she was mean. Last week of her life, man, it was something else. What family we had left and the cards that she was dealt. She'd raised 2 of her own, but the look in her eyes couldn't miss the innocence of a child pushing 5 when she'd say, where'd he go? Where's that man? The one with the smiling eyes, the one that held my hand. She'd walk her way back home, taking no one's path but her own. She loved and she lost, got mad and paid the cost. Stubborn as sin, and she'd fight till the end to see him. Last time in her house, I held her Bible in my hands, muttered underneath my breath, I know she understands. Thank you, guys. I know Jim's got a lot of happy songs, so I'm just rolling with it. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna do this one. This is not a happy song. This is an angry song, and an angry song in my book is a happy song. This is an old Steve Earle song. You just saw Steve Earle? Oh, pretty good. Yeah. Last time I saw him, he was it? No, I think it was the night before I saw Brandon Carlisle. I don't know. It was a good week. That's all I know. In my mind, everyone that played that week is condensed down to a 15-minute set, and it was amazing. This is a song called Getting Tough. I got a job, but it ain't nearly enough. A $20,000 pickup truck belongs to me in the bank, but she ain't worth the interest I pay. I left service, got a GI loan. I got married by myself a home. Now I hang around this one-horse town, do the best I can. Yeah. It's getting tough, just my luck. I was born in the land of plenty, now there ain't enough. It's getting cold, I've been told it. Hell, and nowadays it just don't pay to be a good old boy. Been going nowhere down a one-way track. Killed to leave it, but there's no turning back. Got the wife and the kids, and what would everybody say? My brother's standing in the welfare line. Any minute now I might get mine. You know I've seen IRS and the devil to pay. It's getting tough, just my luck. I was born in the land of plenty, now there ain't enough. It's getting cold, I've been told it. Hell, and nowadays it just don't pay to be a good old boy. Beer joints every Sunday night. Spend a little money looking for a fight. It don't matter if I lose or win, 'cause Monday I'm back on the losing end again. It's getting tough, just my luck. I was born in the land of plenty, now there ain't enough. It's getting cold, it just don't pay to be a good old boy. All right. Oh, no, no. Thank you, guys. All right. I'll do just a couple short ones here and bring on Jim. As if it's my doing that he's here. You know, we're buds, we're pals, it's all. No, it's actually, a couple times ago I opened for Jim down in Springfield, and I was so excited to do it that I may have been too much of like a party dude, I think. I said one of the most embarrassing things I've ever said over the microphone. I'm not gonna repeat it, but just know that I feel super awkward. Oh. You can ask me later. It's all good. Do this one real quick. This is a song about an old barbershop in my hometown that closed down, and it reopened, and I hope the guy stays in business, because it ain't for traffic. But there's a few of us that grew up in my little hometown that either stayed or moved back, and we don't really care too much if our electricity gets cut off. It just feels like luxury camping, you know? Clyde and his clippers messing up the floor. Been cutting the boys' hair since spring of '54. Not anymore. Sure wasn't no big dream, tiny little store, but it kept him fed and kept him honest to the core. Not anymore. Ghosts on the sidewalk wearing pretty thin, just wasting away, waiting for folks to come back in, saying, where you been, how you been, my friend? Clyde and his clippers open every day till 2. Not that it matters, 'cause they all just pass right through. Now what'd you do? Square's nearly empty, it's looking awful blue, and banged up and burnt up, it's feeling kinda used. Now what'd you do? Ghost on the sidewalk wearing pretty thin, just wasting away, waiting for folks to come back in, saying, where you been, how you been, my friend? Lost his business when the big box came in. He didn't close her down, just took it on the chin. Now where you been? Shopping in groceries and banking held within. Even got a little hair place with 2 chairs like twins. Now where you been? Ghost on the sidewalk wearing pretty thin, just wasting away, waiting for folks to come back in, saying, where you been, how you been, my friend? Clyde and his clippers sweeping up the floor. Ain't been much hair there for 20 years or more. All right. We'll give this one a shot and call it a night. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I've got CDs and all that fun stuff that I packed in a little tiny bag, if you're interested in that. And where? Oh, just throw a bottle at me, preferably a Jim Beam bottle, you know. But make sure it's empty, make sure it's in a safe place, and make sure you paid 4 times the price that it's at the bar for. All right. I guess I should retune real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty easy to find. song about a buddy of mine who went through some hard times and then struggled with his own hard times. That damn roller coaster that's life. Worked in the coal mines most of my life, most of my mind, the figurative kind. Well, I never stopped, never slowed down, and mostly that's what kept me stuck in this town. Ever some people change, ever some people change, ever some people play the game they deserve. Change, oh no. I'll never know, never can tell who here among us is going to hell, and that may not be right. And I've never lied, and that leaves all the judges fit to be tied. Ever some people change, ever some people change, ever some people play the game they deserve. Change, oh no. Took the time to look at my watch. That's like going to the store to see what you've bought. There may come a time that I look back, but I'm hoping by then that I've lost all track. I lost one to cars, some others to cars. The rest of my friends, they're swimming in bars. 1 round for 2 turns to 12 rounds for 1. The rest of us here will drink till we're gone. Ever some people change, some people change, some people play the game they deserve. Change, they deserve, they deserve. Ever some people change. Thank y'all so much. Thanks for not throwing Jim Beam bottles at me. And Jim Lauderdale is up next.